And the series makes its 5th visit to the Mid-Ohio circuit in Lexington, Ohio, where last year the Dyson team took a 1-2 finish. The circuit has been completely resurfaced with 45,000 tons of asphalt. Mechanical problems for the 20 Dyson Lola of Chris Dyson and Guy Smith had left them playing catch-up, but they were concentrating on race setup rather than a quick car for qualifying. But it was still good enough to go 5th overall and 3rd in the P1 class. Dyson Racing finished here with a 1-2 last year, the 16 car taking the win. Butch Leitzinger topped the P1 class with a lap just a fraction over 1 minute 13. An Audi R8 was rolled out again at Mid-Ohio for the 2nd of 3 races, while it's filling the R10 gap. The winning car at the last round topped the P1 times, with Alan McNish setting a late 1 minute 12 lap on his first visit to the circuit. The Penske Porsche Spiders were quickest in the P2 class and overall as well. The track conditions here were suiting the prototype, and they were quick from the start. Timo Bernhard went quickest of the pair in the 7 car, making it only the 2nd time in American Le Mans Series history that a P2 car will start from pole. A Penske 1-2 and a very real chance of taking an overall win. That's not where the qualifying story ends though. After the session, all the cars have to go through the IMSA technical inspection, and after the pole-setting car had been weighed, it was found to be 2 kilos underweight, and its time was stripped, and Timo Bernhard will start from the back of the grid. Well, on the formation lap, but in the pit lane, there is problems already for the Intersport car. Liz Halliday came in at the end of the first of 2 laps with a paddle shift linkage problem. Problems for Mike Rockenfeller in the Alex Joe Porsche. Shift linkage problems, gearbox problems, we're told. And Porsche on the front row. But Ollie Gavin in the yellow Corvette has got past the Aston Martin, so moved up 1 place. That must have been a blinding start for him. And he drops into something like 4th or 5th overall. But this race pace looks to be just a little bit slower than we were expecting. And Sasha Masson is seemingly holding them back just a little bit. That's how it appears. Whether that's the case, we'll have to wait and see. Now he starts to sprint out with the Corvette ahead of the Aston Martin. And there is the battle for the GT2 class, Panos and the Flying Lizard. And the Ferrari has got problems. That looks to be a puncture, a deflating tyre for Mika Salo. Not what they wanted at all. And that is going to be an early call into the pit lane, and hopefully no major damage done to the suspension. Here's a replay then, and we just see contact with the Panos, and the Ferrari puts him off track, but the damage is already done, and that tyre is about to be changed now into the pit lane. They'll just change, they're going to put a splash of fuel in there just to top it right up. And the Alex Joe car, well, they just can't sort that car out. I think that is going to be a disappointing retirement. And problems for the Panos team as well. They've got problems, and we saw an incident with them on track before. This looks to be mechanically related though, engine in the front. But it is a Porsche that leads. Almost forgot about there's a race going on at the front with so much activity in the pit lane. And Sasha Masson has pulled out a handful of time already over the next car, which is the Audi. There's Liz Halliday, who's been caught by the leader. She wasn't fully all the way round. James Weaver in 3rd, and in 4th place overall, and 2nd in P2 is Timo Bernhard. Remember, he started from virtually last on the grid, has made his way through the pack, and is now up and battling for 4th place, and they're 3 abreast. Well, Liz Halliday getting out the way, just getting offline and letting these faster boys go through. And that is the 20 Dyson car. And that is a retirement for Chris Dyson. And it sounds like gearbox problems. What a disappointment for them. So already they're down to 1 car. And the battle for second place continues. Timo Bernhard has now got past Butch Leitzinger in the 16 car and is coming up behind Alan McNish. And Chris Dyson gets out of the stricken 20 car. That's just around the bridge. That's around about turn 9 as these three go through the start-finish straight. And Timo Bernhard looking very handy, looking for a way through past that Audi Sport North America Champion Racing Audi R8. That will do one more round after this. We're on board the 21 car. As through goes the Audi, through goes the Dyson car, and then through goes the Porsche. So another change of position there. And GT2, David Brabant and Wolf Hensler battling on in the smaller of the classes, but this class has really come alive this year. And these guys fighting over second and third place at the moment. We've lost the Ferrari temporarily, it seems, due to technical problems, mechanical failure of a tyre, or puncture as it's commonly known. That is making up ground further down the field, so it's down to these two at the moment. David Brabham and Scott Maxwell won at Sebring this year, as we see Ollie Gavin 7 races in a row that he and his partner Olivia Beretta have won now. Winning streak continuing, and he's pulled out a lot of time over that car that we saw just before of Darren Turner and the second Corvette C6R. And we go on board inside the Aston Martin of Thomas Enger and Darren Turner. It's Darren Turner that is inside that car at the moment and holding on to second in class. The Aston Martins really much stronger here. This circuit just seemingly suiting them a bit better. They're on Pirelli tyres as against the Michelins of the Corvettes. And, well, problems for 45. He was going well, but Wolf Hensler has spun at the S's, just gone off track, maybe just trying a little bit too hard, didn't see. And here's a replay then, so it was side by side going for the lead of the GT2 class, and David Brabham closed the door. David Brabham manages to correct that slide, and just a racing incident. Timo Bernhard comes into the pit lane at round 3 of the American Le Mans Series at mid-Ohio, stops perfectly on his marks, gets out, and Romain Dumas gets in. Timo Bernhard helping to strap in Romain Dumas. 6-point harness goes in, plugs in the comms, and Butch Leitzinger has brought the 16 car in. James Weaver has taken over. Lucas Law in the pit lane is getting ready. That means that Sasha Masson is very shortly heading into the pit lane. There he is, stops on the marks perfectly. The team go to work on this car now, and Alan McNish now into the pits. The Porsche on his left-hand side being pashed, and into his pit box, the last pit, the very end of the pit lane, and he gets out. The tyres are coming around, the fuel is already going in, and we've got a full course caution because of Michael Lewis's spin at turn 2. Well, he just recently taken over that car, and it seems to be the classic spin on cold tyres. The rear wheels just hooked off the track. Jörg Bergmeister ready for a pit stop in the 31 car. This is Darren Turner coming in, who's had to stay out a little bit longer than he wanted to because of the pits being closed. But now he can go to work. So James Weaver in the 16 car, leader in the P1 class at the moment, but being overshadowed by the Penske Porsches. James Weaver third overall, and we've got 2 Corvettes behind an Aston Martin. Number 4 and number 3, familiar numbers. 007 though is the car that's leading the GT2 class, and a little bit of smoke coming from that 007 car, presumably tyre smoke, and that looks to be a bit of a problem for Thomas Enger. So a puncture in that car, I think, without a doubt, was leading in class and got ahead as the battle continues for the lead of P2, LMP2, and also overall as well. And a beautiful move there round the outside as they go through the carousel, and a change in lead overall. And I think that's been planned for the last couple of laps. But Romain Dumas in the number 7 car passes teammate Lucas Law to take the lead. They go past Ben Devlin in the 19 Van der Steur Motorsports P2 car. But these two just in a different league, and that was a lovely move. Romain Dumas and Lucas Law fighting for the lead of the race, the round 3 of the American Le Mans Series at Mid-Ohio. And Lucas Law nips through to pass Romain Dumas just as they come to the end of the lap. And the positions have been reversed once again. Here's a replay, and on the inside. And Romain Dumas was caught out by the number 8 Mazda. As we look down at them again, and there's a back marker ahead, and danger time for Lucas Law, because will this allow Romain Dumas to get the slingshot into the corner? And he does, and he closed beautifully, and the lead changes again. Oh, but he comes back to Lucas Law. So they're back where they were again, and back markers. There was a little touch there as well, and Sasha Masson next to Roger Penske. And a lead change again now, because Lucas Law went wide. Let's hope that he hasn't got a problem. Well, into the pit lane comes the 6th car. Lucas Law into the pits. Some new tyres, that is going to help them. More fuel going on board. Lucas Law stays in. This will be their final stop of the race. And in the meantime, James Weaver has moved up to 2nd overall, and he is leading the P1 class, the Dyson ahead of the Audi. And now Romain Dumas is receiving his fuel as well. New tyres also, I would imagine, ready for that car. Can't see from that shot, unless he's going to try and do it. Oh no, just fuel only. So that saves a little bit of time in the pit lane. And James Weaver has gone off course. Engine is still going. He's got out of the barriers. Don't think he hit them too hard, but he's obviously gone off. Full course caution, which is a bit strange. Damage to the rear of that tyre and to the rear bodywork. And here's a replay then. James Weaver, and just locks up the back end, and something went wrong with that car. That's not an over-braking mistake at all. Whether it was a puncture then, a deflating tyre, and it just sent him off track. And there you see a flat tyre. So we're back underway again. Green flag. Romain Dumas leads Lucas Law. 1st and 2nd overall. 1st and 2nd in the P2 category. And there is the Audi a little way behind them. The pace car, the safety car period, has allowed the field to close up again now. But I'm sure that will stretch out very quickly indeed as Dindo continues on his way. And Porsche boys still at it, hardly anything between them at all. They are perfectly matched, and Romain Dumas is leading Lucas Law. Overall victory for the Porsche looks to be on today. That will be a first for them. The Ferrari's gone off. Jamie Mello behind the wheel into the gravel trap, and the safety car is out again. And I'm not sure whether that was a result of a puncture, a collision, or what the incident was. And we've got the green flag now. We're back underway again, and it's Porsche versus Porsche. More pit signals being given out, more pit talk, but Romain Dumas is holding off Lucas Law. Battles continuing on behind in all the other classes, and the 2 Aston Martins having a bit of a dogfight too. And the 009 car locking up now. We have seen passing between 2 cars. They really have been going for it. It's a credit to the Penske Porsche team, and also to the American Le Mans Series. They have thrilled the fans, and Lucas Law hasn't given up. Closed right up there, and was going to have a go if given the chance, but it's a formation finish for the Penske Porsches. And the end of round 3, and over now, across the line comes the Audi. It's not an overall win, but it doesn't matter. Romain Dumas and Timo Bernhard take the P2 class and their first win overall. Ronaldo Capello and Alan McNish take the P1. 8 straight wins in a row for Oliver Gavin and Olivia Beretta in GT1, while Johannes van Overbeck and Wolf Hensler fought through to win GT2.
It's a dream, we can say like this. It's the first time that we finish a race, we can say, this year for my teammate and myself, and also for the car, and we won. And we won overall. That's really nice. And for the Porsche to finish 1-2, I think overall in front of all. So the mark and all the class, nothing to say. I made a really good race. I have a great fight with Lucas. Fortunately, we touched a little bit, so we make a little bit the result at the end. But I think Timo was in pole. We were quick all the time. That's normal, I can say.